Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen. I certainly hope you're having a fine day. Okay, these items that you see here, before I get into all this stuff, let me insert a URL real quick. www.vaporizerchief.com. I'm going to repeat that. www.vaporizerchief.com. Now, these are the people here that I was in the market for a dry herb vaporizer, and I wanted a good one. Plain and doggone simple. And so I sought out advice from them people, and I highly recommend that you do the same thing if you're in the market for one of these dry herb vaporizers, because they operate and whatnot have you quite a bit different than a nicotine or an e-juice vaporizer. But you might want to get hooked up with those folks there at vaporizerchief.com. That's what I did. Because I told them in no uncertain terms I wanted a good dry herb vaporizer for my medical needs. It's just that simple. And this is one of them that they recommended to me. This is a Storz Bickel. I want you to see that name right there. These vaporizers here are made in Germany. This is their crafty model. It comes well documented. Here's the box that it comes in. It interfaces with your smartphone or your iPhone simply because it doesn't have enough, there's not enough area, it's my understanding, on this unit here to put a screen on there, so that's why they did that. And of course, it interfaces Bluetooth. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, it's got its own serial number. Well, I'll show you that on the unit. Let me set this aside for a second. Now, whoops, I bumped the camera there. It figures, I'm having a heck of a time making this particular video. But Storz Bickel, by the way, they got a website, www.storz, that's with a Z, -Bickel, BICKEL.com. But here's a little flyer that came with, it's well documented, like I say, but this unit over on your left right here is called a Mighty. This is a Crappy. This is the one we're going to be looking at. This is a Plenty right here, and that's a Volcano. And according to the folks there at vaporizerchief.com, they just, these are the Cadillac or the Ferraris of dry herb vaporizers. But this guy right here, I'm just reading it right there, is 4.3 inches by 2.2 inches by 1.1 inch. And of course, this guy over here, this Mighty, it's about an inch bigger round all the way around. This Crappy here weighs about a third of a pound. This guy right here weighs a half a pound, so there you are. Okay, let me set that aside here for a second. Now here's the unit itself, and like I say, these are supposed to be some of the best dry herb vaporizers on the face of this planet. The way this guy is, you just open him up like that. There's the mouthpiece, okay? And the head, or where you get to the bowl per se, is just like that. Just a, quarter of a turn, 90-degree turn, and there's your material right there. Now, if you was to ask me what's the size of this bowl, I know doggone well that you can't put much more than about a quarter of a gram, if even that. Probably more like a tenth of a gram of material or herb or whatever have you. And like I say, these dry herb vaporizers, they're not just for cannabis or marijuana. You can use them for sage and eucalyptus, and this list goes on and on, okay? So it just depends on your medical needs and whatnot have you, I guess you'd say. But let me turn this over. Okay, right here, and you'll see it's got its own serial number, because what you need to do on this particular unit here, let me get to, there's a serial number right there. And of course it says made in Germany right there, but on this particular unit here, what you got to do is you got to download an app. Well, let me go ahead and turn this thing on, this unit on. And the way you do that is just hit this button here like this, and it's going to stay red like this because it's charging up, okay? It's heating up the chamber in here where the bowl's at, and as soon as this light right here turns green, I do believe green or blue, it's ready to go. But you have to turn that on there, and let me get into this supposedly smartphone of mine. Okay, right here, let's go here like this. Right there is the Crafty app. And right up it goes, it says it's connecting to the Crafty. Okay, that's showing you. This line right here, the base of this vaporizer is set at 360 degrees. You see this plus 30 degrees, that's the boost temperature. In other words, I've got this guy set at 360 degrees, boosting to 390 degrees. Pretty straightforward interface there, and like that. And then, of course, it shows you your battery status. And there's several other things here. We got settings right there. We got device information and like that. But you can see right there, this orange number is it's climbing up there towards that 360 mark. And this guy here won't turn green or blue or red. There's several colors that they use in this color bar here. Red, green, blue. You get all kinds of flashing lights if stuff goes haywire and whatnot. I've only had this thing for about a week, but believe me, it works very, very, very well. It ought to at the price that, you know. But that's how you can control this, is using your, your smart device here like this. On their Mighty model, they don't have this interface, so. But let me go ahead and just shut this off because it's not necessary. Well, you can see that temperature. Okay, right there, we switched to green. So she's ready to go. Let me set this down for a second. The product that I got in here for the most part is spent, so. I was just checking it there. Now, you see how it went back to red there, and that's the way it'll do. And that you get light indication, if you're not using this app right here, this Crafty app. So now it's back to green again, which means you can go ahead and vape. And believe you me, one of them bowls in there doesn't last all that long, but it's really, really good. This is a real good portable unit. It's probably not too built for maybe group vaping or whatever have you, but I just know these things are very, very spendy, and Storz and Bickel are supposed to make the best dryer vaporizers on the face of this planet. That's really about all I know. This is about all I can show you, really, in all reality. So just check them out. Go to vaporizercheap.com, shoot them an email, and they'll help you out. That's what I did. So this is one of the units that they recommended me. It's supposed to be, Storz and Bickel supposed to make the best dryer vaporizers on the face of this planet. That's all I know. Now it's shut itself down because there's no activity going on. So, okay, thank you very much for watching the video, and have a nice day.